Perfect.
How's it going? Hello everyone. Welcome BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DLTalk. It's Tuesday. Hope you guys are having an awesome start to your week, keeping your eyes on the prize. Once again, guys, I'm not a pro trader. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll never tell you what to do. How's it going, Blue Crew? Who do we got in the chat? We got Dan the XRP man in the house, Mr. Connector, and Dissonant Shadow. What's up, G? Yo, G, 8 didn't know Kava links the IBC to the ILP? Oh, are you saying I didn't know Kava links the IBC to the ILP? Yeah, man, we've been bringing that news. We've been trying to bring awareness about the Cosmos ecosystem and what Kava's doing with ILP and Interledger Protocol. IBC and ILP, man, working together, that's for sure. That's why we're trying, you know, I'm a big XRP, guy, guys. You know, I love Interledger Protocol and XRP ledgers, so anything that's connected to it in some way, shape, or form, I want to be supporting that platform. And Kava, for being a, you know, the first Interledger Protocol solutions provider, definitely makes me want to support Kava. And then seeing, you know, the presentation that Sunny Agrawal did at the ILP Summit in 2019, which you could find on YouTube, and it's just very revealing of what the possible future between Cosmos and Interledger Protocol could be, and, you know, XRP and their relationship as well. But yeah, just check out Cosmos right here. Cosmos and Interledger. It's literally the title on Interledger Protocol's channel, right? So we try to bring as much awareness as we can about what's going on with the Cosmos ecosystem, because we think it's interconnected with the Interledger Protocol. And if Interledger Protocol, you know, is collaborating with Cosmos, we want to support that, as well as they're probably collaborating with Flare Networks. And we know IBC's connection with, or ILP's connection to the XRP ledger. That's already a given. So, you know, we're trying to find that ecosystem of stuff that's connected to the Interledger Protocol. And, you know, I love the projects on the Cosmos ecosystem. All their CEOs are really like super focused entrepreneurs, and what they're building with their blockchains and specific use cases that they're tackling, like Greg Usuri from AkashNet, building D-Cloud services, and, you know, one of the first to be IBC enabled, and running Osmosis Zone on the D Cloud, you know, and their use of ILP as well. They have a partnership with Coil. They have a partnership with Interledger Protocol. So there's like some good, you know, collaborations happening between Interledger Protocol and these IBC enabled type of cryptos that are in the Cosmos ecosystem, right? So once again, you know, AkashNet, let me see if they have it on their website still. They did do a revamp to their website, but I'm sure they'll still show who their partners are and who they're collaborating with. So they got some major data center partners, which is awesome. Equinix Metal probably being their biggest one right here. But as you can see, technology partners, Coil, Interchain Foundation, Solana, Kava, right? Polyverse. And we've seen others as well. We know Interledger Protocol's involved, but I guess they're just bringing it all into one with Coil. But we've seen Interledger Protocol here on their website before. I'm not sure why they took it off. Maybe they're just combining it to all-in-one with Coil. But once again, Solana, part of that blockchain service network as well. And you see they have some heavy involvement with the Cosmos ecosystem too. And then once again, Kava, you know, still supporting XRP as well as a decentralized swap protocol and what they're doing. As you can see, Binance, Wobi, Kraken, OKX, Chainlink, Ripple, right? So there is some major connections, and I've been trying to, hit that, well, not hit that bell. I don't know what it is, but I've been trying to really just bring awareness to the Cosmos ecosystem, to the XRP community, because of their major connections to the Interledger protocol. And chances are the applications that are building and these blockchains or distributed ledger technologies that are using the ILP Interledger protocol are probably going to be, here for the long run as well. But once again, I'll never tell you guys what to do. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a pro trader, but I appreciate you bringing that up again, Mr. Connector, because we definitely try to bring some awareness about, Cosmos ecosystems involvement with Interledger protocol. And I think a lot of people just sleep on it, man. A lot of people just don't give Atom or Cosmos ecosystem any kudos. They don't throw Kava. Kava is also part of the Great Kid portfolio as well. So not only is it involved with the Cosmos ecosystem and also being the first Interledger solutions provider, it's part of Greg Kidd's portfolio. So you must know something's going on with Kava as well. And you know how much we love the Greg Kidd portfolio on this channel. But I just feel like a lot of people just don't want to even throw Cosmos into the same breath as Flare Networks, or into the same breath as, like, these other enterprise cryptos like the XLMs, the QNTs, what have you, the Algorands, the XTCs, the Polkadots, which I don't understand. But, to each his own, but we'll just continue doing what we're doing and trying to spread awareness about what's going on in that Cosmos ecosystem. And, of course, more and more awareness about anything connected to the Interledger protocol. But anyways, guys, let me give you guys a preview of the news we have today, and then we'll check out a chart. That's for sure. We got a lot of good stuff today for sure. We got Somalia sets up national payment system as a rebuilt country. We got Jamaica mints first units of digital currency. We got the U.S. Senate sends infrastructure bill to the House, and supposedly we got a majority vote already on the bill. Venmo credit card holders can now trade cash back for crypto. Here we go. DeFi has accounted for over 75% of crypto hacks in 2021, and Tron Foundation launches $300 million fund to invest in GameFi projects. So guys, exciting times ahead nonetheless. Let me share this link with you if you want to check out more about Atom, Cosmos, and its involvement with the Interledger protocol there, Mr. Connector. But yeah, also Kava being the first Interledger solutions provider built on the Tendermint consensus stack, right? But collaborating with Ripple, collaborating with the XRPL through the use of the Interledger protocol. Very, very exciting times ahead, without a doubt. Definitely believe there's some collaboration going on between Cosmos and Ripple. Maybe an unannounced partnership or collaboration. But both of them, I think, major leaders in this interoperable future that's being built in front of our eyes right here, through the use of digital assets, through the use of Interledger protocol, connecting legacy systems to, blockchain distributed ledger technology systems. Once again, IrisNet right there as well, guys. Refinance might be one we have to kind of revisit again, but seeing this in the connection with Kava, I think let me check out where Refinance is again. We brought that up a long time ago when we were just looking for things that were looking to run up. But yeah, Refinance already having a good push in the past 7 days, about 55% down still in the 90-day period. 20 billion max supply. Very interesting crypto indeed. 327 million total market cap. DeFi made easy, powered by Polkadot. All right, very interesting. See the Cosmos ecosystem, Avalanche, Polkadot, Binance introducing Reef Chain, EVM compatible chain for DeFi, fast, scalable, low cost, and does no wasteful mining. Built with Polkadot substrate. Polkadot's got some interesting things going on. I'm not too big of a fan of its hub and spokes model, but seeing that it's part of the Blockchain Service Network, and it looks like Blockchain Service Network definitely has some plans going on for Polkadot. I think Reef is definitely going to probably be a major player and collaborator with the Polkadot ecosystem, so definitely one to keep an eye out for as well. We got Calculon in the house. What's up, Calculon? Appreciate you. We got the almighty Calculon. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Thanks to everybody tuning in. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the Blue Crew. As always, always good hanging out with you guys. Always making these streams a lot of fun to be a part of. D. Haviland in the house. How you doing, D. Haviland? Guys, you already got 9 likes, letting YouTube know we're partying over here. We're keeping ourselves informed. We're keeping our eyes on the prize. Let's get into the first piece of news. Really simple one. Tron Foundation launches $300 million fund to invest in GameFi projects. The Tron Foundation is launching a $300 million fund, Tron Arcade, that will invest in play-to-earn projects over the next 3 years. Justin Sun's Tron Foundation has partnered with Ape NFT and Wink Link to launch the $300 million Tron Arcade Fund, which will invest in so-called GameFi projects over the next 3 years. That's a hefty sum of money right there. GameFi introduces financial mechanisms into games, allowing users to make money by playing. It's also known as play to earn. The fund's goal is to support developers and create GameFi projects by building decentralized finance content, the foundation said in press release. Ape NFT is a Tron-based non-fungible token marketplace, and Wink Link is a data oracle running on the Tron network. Both are prototypes scheduled to be completed in the third quarter, and the joint product is estimated to be available to users in the fourth quarter. GameFi is going to be the next big thing that makes the DeFi, NFT, and larger crypto space easy to understand and be involved in, said Justin Sun. I mean, we'll see what this guy's building and what they're doing underneath the surface, but I do believe Tron is going to make its presence known in this bull cycle, despite what may be, it's a very divisive project. I understand that. Some people hate Justin Sun, some people love Tron and whatnot, but what I do believe in the speculation that is going to carry this project to possibly its previous all-time high. Wouldn't be surprised, to tell you the truth, guys. Some people will say, no, it's an S-coin. There's no way it's going to get there. Guys, in this market that we're in right now, everything is going up. Everything is going down together. It is still a very highly immature project. So nonetheless, I'm taking my chances on the speculation with TRX and Tron. I still believe in the connections between Tron and Ripple, especially through the Justin Sun connection. And I'll give Justin Sun a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, especially as a speculative project. I think for a project that's under 10 cents, and we've accumulated since 2 cents, we've been talking to people about Tron when it was 2 cents and saying, hey, may not be a real boat, but very interesting speculative project, because I just don't see any way that Justin Sun is going to allow this to not join the party in terms of the bull cycle. And you can see already him just throwing a ton of money, $300 million fund into Tron Arcade for GameFi. Looking forward to the future of what Tron is going to be doing. And I think, they're a major sleeper in this, because everybody is looking at a lot of these other cryptos, and Tron's just sitting there. And just wait until Tron hits 25 cents again. People are going to be FOMOing in like crazy. I could see $1 Tron in the future, and I know that sounds absurd, but hey, this is my journey in this space, and I'm taking my chances with TRX. Not saying that I'm going all in and breaking the bank and it's the number one in my portfolio, but I definitely believe it's one to keep an eye on. So just wanted to give you guys this information. Let me know what you guys think about Tron, by the way. Do you guys think it's an S-coin project? Do you guys think it doesn't have a future? Do you think it's just trying to copy other platforms to just stay relevant? Definitely would like to know your guys' opinions. Matic price didn't even drop. Nice. Gotta catch a stream when I can. You the man opening eyes around the world. Oh, dude, Calculon, man, you're awesome, dude. Polygon got hacked? No way. I funked her first. Can you please share that link with me, my man? I didn't know that. I thought it was Poly Network, not Polygon. I think we got something. I think it's Poly Network, my dude, not Polygon. Right? Yeah, Poly Network is hacked. But I don't think it was Matic. Right? Are they the same thing? I don't think they're the same thing. I think Poly Network is different from Matic, my dude. Tron is lame. I hear you, man. I hear you. There's just an interesting... I've been having a little bit of a correlation here between XRP and TRX. Remember, Justin Sun used to work for Ripple as China's representative for Ripple, right? So that's a very interesting thing to keep in mind. And usually the price of XRP, even though it's a digit ahead, I wouldn't be surprised if you see TRX go up to 8 cents, just because there's a pretty good correlation between these two. Like, remember when it was at 6 cents, I was saying, okay, if XRP is at 70, TRX is going to get to 7 cents, and it did, right? So this is something I'm just like bringing awareness to. I understand TRX is such a divisive project. A lot of people either love it or they hate it, and they hate it tremendously. They think it's like the ultimate S coin, that Justin Sun is just a really massive joke, and possibly you guys. But remember, he was named Forbes 30 under, one of the top 30 under 30. He's been a pupil to Jack Ma, who we know has major connections to Alipay, Alibaba, major player in the China space. And once again, he was the Chinese representative for Ripple back in the day before, going out to make Tron. So just on that alone, and the speculative, considering we're still in the very Wild West phase of this crypto market, it's still highly speculative. I do believe Tron will be going back to its previous all-time high. Yes, you can call it an S coin, you can call it all you want. I'm just saying, I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not trying to make the ultimate defense for Tron or TRX. I'm just saying, as a speculative tradal portfolio thing that I have in my tradal portfolio, I do expect that Tron will go back to its all-time high and then some, because they've just done way more. They've been doing way more, like, since their all-time high than what got them to their all-time high. So possibly a $1 Tron, possibly a 50-cent Tron. I would say 50-cent Tron. That would be amazing, man, right? I mean, considering the total market cap would have to be ridiculous, but they're already at 7 billion total market cap, right? Pretty insane. So I just wouldn't be surprised, man. We've been able to see Doge do what it does, and Doge is a joke coin, or considered to be a joke coin. Who, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who owns Doge or anything like that. The space is wide open in terms of what the possibilities are and what can happen. So I do believe Tron, we've already had that major breakout past, major resistance at 4 cents. It was at 2 cents forever. We accumulated then because we definitely were just interested in the speculation of it going back to 30 or 29 cents, as we see here on the all-time high. I think it could go back a little bit more, because remember, since their all-time high and when they were crashing, they accumulated BitTorrent. They're doing these funding rounds like crazy. They just have a ton of money at their disposal. I don't even know how. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Justin Sun pump his own coin, pump TRX to oblivion, and go to 50 cents, probably close to 70 cents. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But enough talking about TRX. I'm not trying to act like I'm a major TRX maxi. I'm just telling you guys my reasons of my journey with TRX and what I think of TRX, because I know there's just strong opinions about TRX, but hell, there was hella strong opinions about Doge, and a lot of people became millionaires off Doge just for owning a joke coin. So it can happen, right? Not saying it will. I do use Tron to send USDT, and that's another thing with TRX. Circle Pay included TRX in its basket of currencies for the USDC pairs, which I understand there's some S coins that are connected to the USDC, but that's very interesting that Tron was named in that basket along with things like Tezos, HBAR, Solana, XLM, Ethereum, and so on and so forth. Hell, before ADA, mind you. I don't even think Cardano is connected to the USDC or Circle Pay ecosystem, and that's something interesting. Jed and Justin leave Ripple to start their own projects, yet they pale in comparison. Slight cap. Yep, I hear you. I hear you, Calculon. That's for sure. It's very true, my man. Not a fan of Tron or JSON. I hear you guys. I hear you. I'm not going to defend it or anything like that. I understand it's very divisive. I'm just saying, as a tradal, speculative digital asset for myself and my own journey, I'm taking this journey with TRX. I'm not going all in. My major number one crypto in my portfolio is XRP. Don't get it twisted, but I've just felt like giving you guys that news for TRX. Maybe there are some people there who like to speculate with TRX and whatnot. You guys know we're all about all the communities here. And once again, Tron is in my tradal portfolio, and I do believe it'll probably rise up to 29 cents again sometime in the future. We'll just end up seeing what ends up happening, man. This space is a roller coaster, and the craziest stuff can happen. That is for sure. Not saying it will, though. There's no guarantee that it'll happen for Tron. That's for sure. But anyways, enough Tron talk. Enough TRX talk. Let's check out a chart here. We got the XRP chart right here, right in front of us. Super messy chart, but as you can see, we like looking in the past to see if there's any hints of what could be possibly happening in the future. And like I've said before, I do believe we're at this point right here is right here for us. So we might have a little bit of a run up right here, then get rejected, come back down about halfway, test previous resistance as support, and then get ready for that next run up, that little moonshot that could be shot up towards the top, take us towards, you know, previous high, probably hit a resistance around there, and then start going towards our all-time high. Hopefully we're continuing in a parabolic trend that we're seeing right here down the years. I'm going to clear this up. This looks messy as hell. So once again, we did the fibs. We found our long-term trend line. We saw that we were at the 78.6. We were one of the few channels calling that we were closer to a bottom and ready for a pivot. And pivot we did. Some really good gains did come in this direction. We went up to 80 cents. Now it's a really crucial area right here that we're at. We're hitting a previous area that we thought we would treat as support, broke down under, and now we're back at it. So are we going to break through this former support that is now resistance? And if we do break through, I'm thinking we can go up to about 123, probably up to 108 or 123, somewhere around here, before a consolidation back down to test the former resistance as support and then continue our parabolic run towards the upside. If we get rejected right here, you probably come back down about halfway to 63 cents, try to take another shot of it, and if you get rejected here, you know, coming back down probably towards your long-term support trend, and this would signal that we're in a bear cycle and probably just go sideways for some time. So that's really not what we're looking for. We're looking for a continuation of this parabolic rally, and it's looking pretty good so far, not gonna lie. Nice little double bottom that we had right here. Hopefully that can give us some really good momentum to go to the upside, create a higher low, get our inverse head and shoulders, and then get our mega Gohan call to go to all-time highs, and then some for XRP. That's for sure. Alrighty. Let's see who's in the chat. Let me catch up with the chat and say what's up to y'all really quick. Much love to the Blue Crew. How you guys doing? Johnny P, what's up, man? XLM XRP? Hell yeah, dude. JLXRP saying XRP, Telcoin, and Elron are my Elron are my top 3. That's awesome, man. Those are good. I like those. My only regret is not getting more Link. Yeah, I hear you, man. Chainlink is definitely highly connected with a lot of cryptos in this space and looking like it's the leader in terms of decentralized oracles. What did I miss? How do I make 10 million tonight? Just wait for XRP to explode tonight. There you go, Darcy. I'm just joking. But what's up, Darcy? How's it going? Calculon, but to your point with Jed and Justin leaving to create their own projects and saying they pale in comparison, we really don't know if, like, they do pale in comparison in terms of Ripple. Like, if you're comparing the projects to Ripple and what they're doing with central banks, like, no doubt XRP is the top dog in that area. But we have no clue, possibly, if XLM is a real deal and what they're doing with IBM is the real deal, and their partnership with Stripe. You know, there's still a lot more time to reveal these things, like, because remember, XRP and XLM were the top 2 gainers in 2017, 2018, and that was before XLM burned half their supply. Whether that was legitimate or not, we don't know, but hell, they were the top 2 gainers, XRP and XLM, in that bull cycle. TRX was making a hell of a push, but it came in, you know, a little too close to the bear cycle, so it pushed up to 29 cents and then ended up crashing. right? And remember, we happen to believe that there's a correlation between XRP's movement and that of TRX. That, for example, if XRP hits $1, chances are TRX is going to be at 10 cents, right? Don't ask me, you know, what proof or facts that I have to back that up, but if you just look at their charts and look at the moments where they, you know, where their prices are at any given time, TRX is usually a digit, you know, a digit past. But if, for example, if we hit 90 cents, wouldn't be surprised if TRX goes up to 9 cents. I don't know why there's a correlation and connection there, but you know, we'll end up seeing what happens. But another thing to your point, Calculon, what if they know that XRP is going to be the standard, and so they built these protocols that can be interoperable with XRP and be one of those surviving cryptos to work on the Interledger protocol, to work in that Web3 with XRPL, to interoperate with the XRPL. Not saying that they're going to be better than XRP by any means or have better prices, but, you know, considering that there's probably smart cities that are getting built on top of XLM. XLM has had a decentralized exchange for a really, really long time as well. So, you know, I understand, though. I'm not too big of a fan of those founders. They definitely seem shady, but there's other things to take into account as well. Like sometimes that stuff could be FUD to keep you away from investing in those type of things, right? So in terms of a tradable portfolio, like I said, I think it's a good one for the, you know, TRX and XLM are really good for tradable portfolios because I think speculation will carry them to all-time highs, especially if we're still in a Wild West phase. There's a big community for XLM. There's a big community for TRX. And, you know, we're just seeing more and more building on those platforms. So, you know, maybe they're not tremendous. Maybe they're not as good as Solana. Maybe they're not as good as HBAR. Maybe they're not as good as Algorand. But once again, they're just in my tradable portfolio. And I can see possible outcomes of how they could appreciate in price, despite what our sentiment of them being S coins and things like that. And one of the very, you know, you guys know me, I like enterprise cryptos. I like the ones that are for sure real boats, and the ones that aren't so certain, like an XLM or TRX, I just put them in my tradable portfolio and I wait for targets, right? They're actually easier to sell when they're in my tradable portfolio than when they're in my hodl portfolio and they hit a target. Yes, look at the ISO 20022 plan. Exactly, Johnny. Dude, Johnny P, you know, man. You know we love ISO 20022 here. You know we're big on the ISO 20022. I would say my top three right now are XRP, Atom, and Algorand. I would say those are my top three for now. Solana could take place of Algorand, but I'm really liking what's... Damn, that's tough, man. Yeah, Solana or Algorand. That would be a tough one to choose between. I feel like Algorand, Solana, and HBAR change places all the time. And then, of course, FLR, Flare, when it comes out. I'll like that one as well. Squirrely Crypto. Dude, my man. Cheers to Squirrely Crypto. Thanks for the 589 donation, my dude. Helps out the channel a lot, and you've been an awesome supporter, my man. Much love to you. Could XLM and TRX become XRPL sidechains? Exactly, Mr. Connector. Could they become federated sidechains? Hell, we've speculated a lot on this channel just to, you know, keep the gears turning. Like, what if Jed McCaleb is just like a freaking, you know, double agent for Ripple and XRP? What if they just made it seem like they had a bad relationship, but really Ripple is just like, well, we can dominate more of the crypto ecosystem with our own, right? Let's get Tron, let's get Justin Sun, one of our, you know, our interns or representatives from China, to build Tron, to create that China connection, and then let's get Jed McCaleb to create Stellar and have a major connection with IBM, and really, you know, just make these three, like, you know, be dominant in the, you know, the utility phase of crypto. Who knows, you know. Legendary in the house. What's up, Legendary? Thanks for the $3.99 donation, bro. Guys, give a shout out or a cheers to Legendary, man. He's been such a long time supporter of this channel, and just much love to you, my dude. Yeah, shout out to Squirrely Crypto and Legendary. Don't want to dump my QNT into Algo or HBAR. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be like, I understand Q&T is kind of hitting some ridiculous prices. But you know, with those cryptos, with these enterprise cryptos, I think they're just part of a long-term hodl portfolio. You know, the algos, the XRPs, the XLMs, the Q&Ts. Alchemist, exactly, my man. Jed McCaleb's a double agent for Ripple. Justin Sun's a double agent for Ripple. Vitalik Buterin could have been an intern for Ripple, but instead Ripple told him, no, go work on Ethereum. Too funny, man. Yeah, guys, cheers to Legendary, cheers to Crypto Squirrel, cheers to all of y'all, cheers to the Blue Crew. Let's get into the next piece of news, you guys. Without further ado, much love to you guys, man. It's so good to be getting a little bit of a pivot rally. I know a lot of people were really down and out when we were going through this bear phase, but hell, you know, we got some optimism that this bull cycle can continue, and it's looking like it's setting itself up for a next run, man. Like, we got the realignment happening with Bretton Woods tomorrow. I'm not saying that they're going to be like announcing something with XRP, but just the way that this history of this chart right here, once again, like we said, you know, we had a run up, we had a little bit of a stop, and then we hit a peak, had a run up right here, had a little bit of a stop, had a peak, came down, rolled over, right? Kind of had a little bit of a cup here, kind of had a little bit of cup here, went further down. Oh no, actually, what's this part? This part right here is right here. And then it went further down. Then it went further down. Pivot on up, go to the side, go to the side. Now we got that next run up right here. So maybe we're at this point right here, possibly. I don't know. I feel like this area is this area right here. So then we already went over to the side. We already went over to the side here. And now we start running up. Now we start running up right here. So maybe some freaking, I don't know, possibly over the weekend, maybe we get some shots up towards the upside. I don't want to get people's hopes up, but I just like the similarities. We try to look back in the history and try to find similar patterns. And this looks very oddly familiar, like a smaller version of what this is doing on the macro level. So, anyways, let's get into our second piece of news, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hitting the likes. Thanks for letting YouTube know that we're doing things here with the Blue Crew. Let me get a sip of coffee. Some people will not understand that it's the fear that you have to buy, not the FOMO. XRP Joe, exactly. This week will be historical in many ways. JLXRP must know something, man. All right. Does a Breton poop in the woods? I like that, Alchemist. That's a good one. Look at B Pro when you get a chance, bro. I've looked at Bet Pro, man. I've just never jumped into it, dude. I know some Blue Crew members who keep talking about B Pro. I think it's on the list, right? Yeah, we have it on our list. We've just never jumped in, my man, but it looks like it's getting ready for its next part of the run-up. Nice cup and handle right here, at least what it looks like on Live Coin Watch. But we've just never jumped in on it, man. Maybe we got to just do some more research on it. I definitely know there's some people in the Blue Crew that definitely like this project and what it's doing. But yeah, I just don't even know any of these people who are building on B Pro. Maybe you do, and they have some good reputation and stuff, but I just haven't been able to pull the trigger yet on this one for B Pro. But you know, definitely under a penny. You can get a ton of them. Pretty low. I mean, it's not terribly low. 10 billion is a pretty good amount of supply, but this one definitely could probably make some noise. And I could probably see MX. Who brought it up? MXNNY coming back when it's like 50 cents, saying, "I told you about B Pro, man. I told you about B Pro." Just in the way somebody was, you know, with Render Network back in the day, and with a Hot Token and BTT. For some reason, I just can't muster enough to jump in on it. You know, like, it's funny. I'm willing to speculate on TRX and Tron just because they have that Ripple connection, right, and some really heavy China connections and other factors that go into it. But with B Pro, I just don't even have any of those connections to go, okay, I want to add it to my Tradle portfolio. You know, but until I do get one of those connections, maybe then I'll jump in. But, you know, then the price will probably be like 30 cents and I've missed on the boat. But I hope you make some really filthy gains off of it, my man. Definitely my goal would be to own all the cryptos out there, but it's a tough journey. Yeah, it's good to look back at past patterns, that's for sure. I don't know how effective they are because, you know, sometimes it goes in the other direction and then you feel like an idiot. But, you know, sometimes it's not too bad to look back at past patterns, right? Kin went back to the moon after it fell off a cliff the day it came on BitTrue. Darcy B, yeah, I mean, Kin did some good things for sure. I've gotten now 3 people to buy XRP. 2 sold at a loss. Oh my gosh. As for Hunter, at least you did your part, my man. Do you think BTC can dip lower than $30 or 32K or 30 or 32K? There is a possibility. Like, I still believe we're in a relief pivot. Like, we needed this relief rally. As we have here, we have some, you know, we already started getting selling pressure at this point that we drew out. You know, 47K, 45K, 46K is a heavy resistance area. And you can see right here because, you know, we had chances to treat this area as support and failed. And now we're trying to go back and trying to treat, you know, trying to find support at that, or trying to break through the previous support. And it's now resistance, right? So if we get rejected right here, you could still see a tremendous fall off for BTC where it comes down to 20K. We have a 20K floor right here with our long-term support trend that goes back to March. Like, BTC could really have its last moment of shaking out. Like, I feel like there's going to be a chance to shake out a bunch of new newbies who think, oh, this is just the dip, it'll come back up. And look, it did come back up. Now the continuation of the bull run. Right? And I hope so. I hope it does continue the bull cycle. I hope I'm totally wrong. And I hope BTC just freaking rocket ships towards the upside. But if we do hit resistance right here and we get rejected, we do risk the chance and don't find support at 39K. We do risk the chance of coming down to 21K, 20K. You know, forget just 30K. It would be like a really severe selling pressure right here. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go about. This area, or what's going on right here. Here, I'll clear this all out. And once again, you know, I'm looking at patterns, but excuse me for doing so. But this area right here reminds me a lot of what went on in this area, right? We had a selling pressure. We had a relief rally. People were thinking, oh, okay, cool, here's the relief. And then we just got sold on hardcore, right? So we get our little bit of relief rally. Now we're starting to hit some overhead resistance. I mean, I could see consolidation coming back down to 35K, and then hopefully we continue up towards the upside from there. But if we don't find support at 37K or 35K, we're talking about coming down as low as 25K and maybe even lower to the 20K range where our long-term support from the cycle is going to be at. So that could be really catastrophic, but I feel like there's still a lot of newbies who are dealing with their first major selling pressure, because remember, a lot of newbies came in during this rise. So now they're, you know, some newbies have already sold off at a loss, right, who got wrecked from buying at the top right here. But now they're seeing this pivot and they're like, oh, wait, it's coming back again and it's probably going to go higher and it's going to moonshot and whatever. And then they get their second lesson in crypto and then it comes back down here. And then in 20K, people are just going to think crypto is dead. They're going to think the phase is over. Like, that's what I'm waiting for, is when where you just get a majority of people thinking that the bull cycle's over. And that's when I think, that's when I think we'll start pivoting and continuing the bullish trend. Because not everyone's coming to the future, man. But, holding for these all-time highs or holding in this bull cycle ain't that easy. Especially if you haven't been in the space for many years to kind of understand that, crypto is just a mind F, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it does these type of things where it gets you really hopeful, like, oh, the bull cycle's continuing. We're going to start shooting to the, to the upside, right? And chances are we could be, the bull cycle could be continuing. We could be at this point right here. And so we have a lot of room to grow to the upside. It's just going to be a little bit of a rocky path. So I mean, you could get the quest beginning to 80K right here for BTC. I'm not saying it won't, but I just wouldn't be surprised if we, now that we've had this relief rally and everybody's like just bullish again and FOMOing in and buying and chasing pumps, that we get a little bit of a retracement, you know, and then, you know, possibly if it gets worse, if we don't find support around this range again, it could get really ugly. So not saying it will, though. Not saying it will, because we definitely needed this pivot in hopes of a continuing, you know, very bullish cycle and the parabolic trend. But without further ado, too long until we got a lot of news to catch up on, so I'm going to try to get through it very quickly, guys. I had BTC in 2016 and sold it. We used to buy green with it on the dark web. One of my mates bought it at a flat in London, and wow. No way. Wow. Johnny P, that's insane, my dude. If XRP and XLM dip again, I will be buying more. Exactly, Johnny P. 4 people in 4 years I got to invest after everyone I told 4 listened. 20K, damn. I know, MOB. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying there is that possibility, and for us to be prepared for it, and that when we do see it, that's when we know, like, this is the bottom. We can buy in right here, you know? That's some expensive kush, exactly. But without further ado, let's get into it. DeFi has accounted for over 75% of crypto hacks in 2021. That works out of $361 million, 2.7 times more than in 2020, according to new report by CipherTrace. Over 3/4 of crypto hacks this year have occurred in decentralized finance. According to a study by crypto intelligence firm CipherTrace, DeFi-related hacks made up 76% of major hack volume in the crypto arena this year. As the end of July, CipherTrace's crypto crime and anti-money laundering report concluded that works out of some $361 million, 2.7 times more than in 2020. According to CipherTrace's report, DeFi-related fraud made up to 54% of major crypto fraud, up from just 3% in 2020. An attack today on DeFi platform Poly Network that may have drained $600 million is a notable example of this trend. Crypto crime in general, however, has declined compared with previous years. It totaled $4.5 billion in 2019, $1.9 billion in 2020, and dropped to $681 million in the first 7 months of July of 2021. Another major finding of the report concerns the implementation of the cryptocurrency travel rule. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, an intergovernmental body to prevent money laundering and terror financing, said not a single crypto space provider in any jurisdiction was fully compliant with the rule, which states that the sender and recipient of crypto funds must be properly identified. CipherTrace released a tool in March designed to tackle fraud in this area by scanning addresses associated with incoming crypto transactions. Binance tapped CipherTrace's tool in July to aid its travel rule compliance, and very smart for Binance to, you know, start shifting over to wanting to be regulatory compliant. You're seeing a ton of FUD happening for BNB and Binance and what's going on with them and global regulators at this moment. Who knows if it's legitimate? Who knows if it's FUD to just, you know, keep people from investing in BNB? But nonetheless, you know, we are seeing just more and more of this immaturity in the space. It's good that we're having a decline in terms of, you know, comparison to the previous years. But at the same time, this space is still so immature. Still a bunch of crypto hacks happening. As you can see, DeFi accounting for over 75% of crypto hacks in 2021. Still so much more maturity and, you know, regulations to come about in this space. But hell, we're early, and this is part of, you know, the dark side of crypto, if you will, is just having to be aware that, you know, there's still a lot of criminal activity going on in this space. That's for sure. Johnny P, gotta go. Thank you guys. See you soon. Wishing you all the best. Don't think about being rich. Think about being wealthy. Johnny P, very good words on the way out, my man. Shout out to you. And, you know, just in case, if you are still looking forward to hearing more about the news that we come up with in this live stream, I do release crypto shorts as well that review, you know, it's just clips of all the news that we go over in these live streams. So keep an eye out for that. And also an announcement today, you guys, somewhere around, I don't know, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., or 7 p.m. PST, I will be releasing, you know, you know, kind of montage entertainment video, if you will, crypto XRP entertainment video, if you will, tonight. So, you know, it's been a while since I've released one of those, and, you know, we used to do a bunch of those early on in this channel as well, so got around to making another one. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So once again, probably at around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. PST, I'll definitely keep you guys informed in our Discord. So, yeah, and I'll drop the Discord chat near the end of the stream as well. So, peace out, Johnny P. Thanks for tuning in, my dude. Let's get into our next piece of news. Let me get a sip of coffee as well. I'm holding until the fiat system is dead. I got you, Esper Hunter. I'm just interested, in knowing, like, what does Chris Larson mean that fiat will become stronger on the XRPL, right? Because I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt, because right now it just doesn't look like fiat is worth even holding or even, you know, having right now, right? So I'm interested to see, what does he mean that fiat is going to become stronger on the XRPL? Does he mean that, you know, since XRPL and Interledger Protocol is going to be bringing financial inclusion to billions of people in the world who have a cell phone but maybe don't have banking services? So by banking the unbanked of these 2 billion people, they have access to the global financial system. They have access to the liquidity of the euro, the liquidity of the US dollar, which, you know, the liquidity of fiat still trumps, or, you know, no pun intended with that, but still, you know, is well ahead of the crypto space. Like crypto, you'll see in my video tonight, actually, Brad Garlinghouse said, you know, what you want to do is connect to the repositories of value if you're trying to make an impact with crypto to the financial system. And the repositories of value isn't crypto. It isn't Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, at the time when he was saying it, you know, about $500 billion or something like that, right? And, or what was it? No, something less than that. But either way, the repository of value are the central banks who have trillions upon trillions and trillions of dollars, right? So I'm interested to see, what does that mean when you're using a digital asset to help facilitate those trillions upon trillions and trillions of dollars? Does that mean that crypto kind of takes a step back, or is it, you know, it's kind of crazy imagining what this utility era for crypto is going to be like, especially when you're taking into consideration the advent of CBDCs, the shift in monetary policy that's going to be coming about. So I like to look at on the other side, because, like, yes, I like to think that fiat is dead and it's just useless, especially in this traditional financial system. But what is it going to mean when XRPL makes it stronger, right? I just don't understand what's going to make fiat stronger, according to Chris Larson with the XRPL, right? Because then you'll have faster payments, I suppose. You'll have cheaper payments with the US dollar and faster payments with the US dollar. Just interested to know. And I've been interested to know your opinion on that, Esper Hunter, what that could mean, right? Maybe new fiat comes for masses, but the US dollar being reserve currency is a doom counter. I hear you. Yeah, I don't think the US dollar will probably be the reserve currency. There'll probably be I would think the level of all the major four, like the Chinese yuan and the yen and the euro and the US dollar, I think they'll all be at around the same level playing field, right? I think that's why they're doing so much inflation of the US dollar. They're trying to hit a target where it kind of makes the US dollar at the same level playing field as other currencies in the world. And then that's when they shift over to the quantum financial system. Anime Wolf, what's up, my dude? How you doing? Change up the tunes, G. I hear you, man. We'll play some different vibes here. We definitely have been playing the same playlist for too long. It's definitely a little bit different, huh? Here, I'll play some of this stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen, but Stovetop 77, take care, my man. So let's get into our next piece of news, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Venmo credit card holders can now trade cash back for crypto. Customers can choose between Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Ah, come on, where's the XRP and XLM choices in there, Venmo? Venmo credit card customers can now convert their monthly cash back rewards to crypto. The unit of payments giant PayPal announced Tuesday Venmo's new cash back to crypto feature will allow users to choose between Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, the same 4 cryptocurrencies that are currently available on the Venmo app. Unlike Venmo's normal fees for cryptocurrency purchases, which can range from 50 cents to 2.3% of the transaction amount, the cashback to crypto program will not have a transaction fee. Instead, a conversion spread is backed into the monthly transaction, or baked into the monthly transaction. Once the purchase is complete, customers will be able to either hold their crypto or sell it on the Venmo app. The program will not support transfers to external wallets. We're excited to bring this new level of feature interconnectivity on the Venmo platform, linking our Venmo credit card and cryptocurrencies experiences to provide another way for our customers to spend and manage their money with Venmo. The cash back to crypto rollout begins Tuesday and will be available to all Venmo credit card holders in the coming weeks. So you guys are seeing Venmo is trying to step into the crypto payment space. We've already been hearing news in the past months about Venmo getting more involved with crypto. I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing Venmo even open up the list of available cryptocurrencies that you can get cash back on and also purchase onto the platform. It looks like Venmo, with already having major adoption in the world, right, is looking to, you know, it's kind of interesting because they're kind of competing with the Upholds and the Coinbases of the world. And now that they're providing crypto, services here, I'm interested to see how Venmo can possibly, and PayPal can possibly compete with that of Coinbase and that of Uphold and other exchanges that are out there that do draw people into the space. I think all in all, it's a positive step forward, having these institutions like Venmo and PayPal and Apple Pay and Google Pay starting to be a little bit more laxed and more open to the idea of allowing, crypto purchasing and crypto cashback on their platforms. I think a lot of people are going to find it very entertaining. And once again, it's just a really good step in the overall education of, crypto to the masses and also bringing the masses to crypto. So we're going to keep going with the news, you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Esper Hunter in the house. What's up? I hear you, Mix. What's your thoughts on CSC Casino Coin? 50-50 on it. I'm not breaking the bank for it, but I hodl some, but I'm not like over the top about it. Because it just makes me in the end, it just makes me want to own more XRP. You know what I'm saying? Like if XRP is already deflationary and if CSC is going to be building on top of the XRPL, then that means like even if casinos are using Casino Coin, they're still using the XRPL. So then why not just use XRP, right? And there's no guarantee that casinos will use Casino Coin, even though it is a pretty good possibility. I wouldn't be surprised, but at the end, it would just make me want more XRP. Play some Bagman anytime. Dude, I used to play Bagman all the time on this channel. The only thing is now, and I understand, man, because, the dude is releasing some awesome content. And for a while, we were just using his content for free without any ads and stuff. But now he has like ads that are on his songs and stuff. And it kind of just like, it's kind of hiccups the rhythm of the stream sometimes because I have to go to the video, skip the ad. And then, I don't want to have to do that for every song that plays and stuff. But you guys know, I love XRP Bags, love XRP Bags' music. If you guys don't even know of XRP Bags or his channel, I would highly recommend checking it out. Probably the best content creator in the XRP community, in my opinion. Awesome stuff, man. Just like a jack of all trades and master of all of them at the same time. You know how they say jack of all trades, master of none? The dude can just do it all. He's awesome. Yeah, guys, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the shorts as well that we've been releasing on the channel. I know it kind of probably blows up your notifications a little bit. I've been trying to spread out the timing of releasing those shorts, so it's not like you know, you're just getting crazy notifications on your phone. I've noticed that I've actually been losing subscribers since I've started doing the shorts thing, but I'm just going to keep doing it because I think some people actually do want, you know, I've been getting comments and stuff that people want short form stuff. And so why not, you know, I'll give you guys shorts and stuff. And I think it's pretty cool. Like, you just get the information that you're kind of looking for right away. So. Oh, what happened to the GFam content site? I just never got into GFam, man. It's not enough usability. The same thing with Cinnamon is like, there just needs to be more reach on those platforms for me to really start jumping onto it. And Cinnamon, I would be supporting Cinnamon way more if they just had a live, like, I don't know what's taking so long for them to do streaming live opportunities, but I do expect that they will eventually let their content creators stream live on Cinnamon, because once they do, I'll be on Cinnamon, like, for sure, if they allow for, you know, content creators to be streaming live, man. Once Cinnamon unlocks that, it's going to be game on. He calls you out constantly. He said he would give you clips to use, fam, I'm sure. No, yeah, much love to XRP Bags, and I know he'd be down, man. We're in good, like, me and XRP Bags are homies, dude. Heads up, my bank just blocked me from sending money to BitTrue with my Visa card. What's up with that? Oh, I didn't know that. Bishop Thomas, man, that sucks, dude. But anyways, let's get into this next one. Oriole, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Let's set this one up. Let's get into the next piece of news. Guys, thanks to the 15 viewers, 21 likes. Appreciate any new subs to the channel. You guys make this channel what it is. Appreciate the Blue Crew, as always. So, U.S. Senate sends infrastructure bill to the House. The bill contains a broad... Sorry, guys, I got to start this over again. U.S. Senate sends infrastructure bill to House. The bill contains a broad definition of broker for crypto tax reporting requirements that lawmakers and industry advocates sought to change over the past week. The U.S. Senate passed its bipartisan infrastructure bill to the House of Representatives Tuesday after a 69-30 vote. The bill, which dedicates $1 trillion to infrastructure improvements over the next 10 years, including roughly $550 billion in new spending, drew controversy from the crypto community due to a pay-for that anticipates raising $28 billion from a broadened crypto tax provision. The provision expands the definition of a broker, leading to concerns that the IRS might seek to impose broker information reporting requirements on non-broker entities such as miners. Advocates for the crypto industry push back on the provision, leading to lawmakers introducing amendments to try and modify the language. Loomis, Wyden, and Tomey proposed explicitly defining which types of entities are brokers, while a competing amendment introduced by Senators Rob Portman, Warner, and Sinema proposed a more narrow modification that only exemplified proof-of-work miners. Ultimately, no amendments were considered, and the Senate voted to discuss only the base bill late on Sunday night. A last-ditch effort to add a compromise amendment was scuttled on Monday. Toomey, Loomis, Warner, Sinema, Portman proposed a new amendment that needed unanimous consent to pass under the Senate's procedural rules. Senator Richard Shelby objected to the provision after his effort to add a military funding amendment was blocked by Senator Bernie Sanders. The infrastructure bill will now go to the House of Representatives, which is expected to take up the issue in the bill. The crypto provision faces bipartisan opposition there as well, with Representatives Patrick McHenry, Darren Soto, Ro Khanna, Tom Emmer, and Ted Budd all expressing an interest in modifying the language. It is unclear how much leeway the House will have to modify the bill. Guys, a lot of people have been keeping track of what's going on with this infrastructure bill and believing that it's going to have a significant impact on the future of crypto and what's going to, you know, how it's going to affect the crypto space in general. How is it going to affect, you know, proof of work miners? How is it going to affect Bitcoin? So definitely want to keep an eye out for. I don't fully understand, to tell you the truth, I don't fully understand, you know, what the actual implications could do to crypto in general, like how significant and how severe, you know, one way or the like the direction this goes and how it could affect crypto. But I definitely feel like, you know, now we've gotten to that next step, and it's going to be very interesting seeing what, you know, the House of Representatives is going to decide to do from here. The alcohol test in new cars of this infrastructure bill is concerning. What? Oh, wow, that's crazy. What do you think of Mina? Smokey J, what's up, my dude? Here's a wrench. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Welcome to the Blue Crew, my man. Guys, everybody welcome Smokey J to the chat. What do I think of Mina? Let me see what Mina is. Mina protocol. Well, right now I wouldn't be chasing this pump, unfortunately. It's already gone up 143% in the past 30 days. But we'll definitely add it to the list, my man. Thanks for bringing awareness to Mina protocol to the Blue Crew. I don't know too much about it, my dude. I like that it's on Kraken, that's for sure. But unfortunately, I just don't know enough about it. I'll have to look into it more. If you want to paraphrase what you like about it so much, please let me know. If there's like some major partnership that you like about it, some major collaboration with a major crypto that you like about it, please just, you know, feel free to inform the Blue Crew. But I honestly just don't have, I don't have an informed opinion on Mina protocol. All-time high at 187 is very appealing considering where it's at right now. But I don't think I'd be chasing this pump at 143. But that's just me, with 143% already gone up. But yeah, those are my short-term, very quick thoughts on the Mina protocol. But definitely would like to hear what you think about it, my man. So guys, now we start getting to some of the digital currency talk. You guys know we like to keep our eyes on the prize. We like to keep up with what's going on with CBDCs, what's going on with regulators, what's going on in terms of the migration over to ISO 20022. That's going to be happening near the end of 2022. You never know. Maybe things accelerate where they have to happen in 2021, but I doubt it. But yeah, so we got some news here coming out from Jamaica. Yeah, thanks guys for welcoming Smokey to the channel. Did you see USD Circle trying to become legit? Esper Hunter, yeah, we released a short just recently on the channel. We went over it yesterday on the live stream, but we have a short. We've been trying to do these shorts, you guys, just to inform the channel. You know, we've been trying to do shorter form videos, so you see these like 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute videos, and right there, Circle USDC, a national crypto bank. That could be really good news for the cryptos that are connected to the USDC. And, you know, it looks like Circle's really trying to make a name for USDC to possibly be the US dollar CBDC. But you never know. We'll see what ends up happening. But, you know, the growth of Circle has just been kind of snowballing. Now we're seeing them on their way to IPOing. Now we're seeing what their plans are. They want to be a national crypto bank. Like, wow. Some very interesting times ahead, nonetheless, and I do believe there's collaborations going on between Circle and Ripple, hence why we don't see XRP on the USDC slate yet, because we need that regulatory clarity. Once we get that regulatory clarity from the SEC, I think you're going to see these US institutions, US banks, and global banks, global institutions finally being willing to go all in on the Ripple net, on XRPL, on the ODL. But yeah, great news for Circle, nonetheless. But let's get into this other piece of news here. We're almost done with our news segment, and then we'll get into Twitter stuff. Not too much stuff on Twitter, so we're almost near the end of this stream here. Circle's roadmap leads down to a path of success. Hell yeah, man. Yes, G, and it's the infrastructure bill. All new cars will be giving people an alcohol test to turn on your vehicle technology that is unproven and treating everyone like a criminal. Dan XRP, man, that just almost like sounds outrageous, my dude. Because aren't they trying to have self-driving cars anyway? Isn't that the whole new thing? Is like self-driving cars? So, like, why would they want your car to test your alcohol level if it's going to be self-driving for you anyway? I mean, it seems like a short-sighted idea and short-sighted plan, but that does kind of suck, my man. I mean, we're just seeing more and more regulations, you know, and this is all for the sake of security, right? And protecting the people, right? We sacrifice a little bit of our freedom for the sake of security and safety. But it is what it is. It's always been the tale of time, man. You know, no surprise at all. Calculon, thanks for the input. I like the shorts when I miss the live streams. I appreciate that, man. And I know sometimes these live streams go on for a really long time, and it's near the beginning of the workday, especially on these weekdays. Like, people do their 9 to 5s and stuff like that. So I just like releasing these shorts, keeping the channel active for you guys. And we also have a presentation tonight. One of our montage videos coming out tonight at 7 p.m. PST. Make sure to look out for that as well. So just trying to keep the content flow going for you guys, because you guys support this channel so much, and just much love to y'all. We're trying to make that push for 3K subscribers, and you guys are making it happen. It's all about control. Exactly, Legendary. Self-drivers are the answer. I'm looking forward to self-drivers. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait till they start coming up with statistics of, oh, well, the amount of car crashes that were happening when people were driving their own cars is definitely less than the amount of crashes that are happening from self-driving cars. And imagine how freaky that is, man, that you think it's so safe to be in a self-driving car, but what if it malfunctions? But yeah, the statistic is like significantly less still of like the malfunctions of self-driving cars, but you still put that risk into the self-driving car. I think it's going to be very interesting, man. But nonetheless, let's get into this next piece of news. Jamaica mints first units of digital currency. The Bank of Jamaica became the latest central bank to launch a live trial of central bank digital currency, CBDC, as it minted the first units of a CBDC on August 9th. At a short ceremony this morning, Bank of Jamaica minted Jamaica's first batch of central bank digital currency. The central bank said in a statement, under the watchful eyes of Financial Minister Nigel Clark, the central bank demonstrated the intricate but efficient process of issuing the digital currency. Oh, I gotta sign in and start a trial? That sucks, man. I want to find out more about the CBDC news, but hell, at least we're seeing Jamaica minting first units of digital currency. We'll just jump over to the next piece of news then, if that's the case. I should have seen... for some reason, it looked like the article went on when I uploaded it and was looking through it. And now it's saying I got to start a trial and all this BS stuff. Oh, here we go. We got another piece of news here that we can go over that is ISO 20022 related. Limited adoption of ISO 20022 messaging and RTGS systems. Around a fifth of central banks said they use the emerging payments messaging technology. ISO 20022 is an emerging global standard for bank payments messaging payment services. Provider SWIFT is the registration authority. The standard seeks to establish a common language and model for payments and transaction data to improve speed and compliance. The standard also has scope to reduce costs and the need of manual interventions due to increased data quality and automation. Surprisingly, central banks have not widely adopted ISO 20022 messaging in their real-time gross settlement. I mean, it is a surprise, but also they're progressively going to adopt it, and the migration is beginning near the end of 2022. There is a big bang migration towards the ISO 20022 standard that is planned out by the SWIFT, SWIFT system, that is planned out by the BIS, that is planned out by the ECB, the IMF. They're very aware of what's happening with ISO 20022 and how essential it is going to be to this new financial, the dawn or, the rise of this quantum financial system. It's going to be because of the ISO 20022 standard, the new container for payments, the new messaging standard for payments. And I wonder what is going to be that real-time payment system that's going to be coexisting with SWIFT during this migration over to ISO 20022 that's going to allow for not only real-time payments messaging, but actual real-time payments finality and settlement. And I have a good guess of what that could be. I wonder what you guys think is it going to be. Is it going to be XRP? Is it going to be XLM, Quant, Algorand? I'd like to know what you guys think. That's for sure. But yeah, maybe I should sign up for this platform just to, get some of this good news. It's central banking news that you guys know we like to keep up with what's going on with the central banks. But nonetheless, let's get to our last piece of news right here. Once again, much love to the Blue Crew. Thanks for your guys' support as always. Let me catch up with the chat before we get into it. How high do you think ETH and ADA can go this year? Smokey J, considering that both of them have already got up significantly past their all-time highs, I'm going to have to say Oh man, that's tough, dude. I think Ethereum can go a lot higher. I think ADA can go to possibly maybe close to $5 before a major retracement. But that would be my high for ADA, man. I don't think ADA is going to go to $10, but you never know. We're in such uncharted territory. But I just really feel like ADA, having gone from basically 1 penny or 2 cents to where it's at now, is already a crazy gain. And if it goes up to 5 cents, I would think we're closer to a top than we are to, more room towards the upside. Watch the movie Upgrade, even had a decent ending. Calculon, I remember you said that last time, man. I do have to watch that movie. I love watching these sci-fi movies because of just like what they're pre-programming into those films, right? Let me see. I'm a truck driver. Hopefully XRP will move before then. Well, chances are, man, if they have self-driving cars, there's going to be a lot of machine-to-machine payments, right, going on. So chances are, if they're once self-driving cars kind of become mainstream, digital currencies and digital assets will probably become, also be going mainstream as well. Yep. Climate change is such a big excuse for them to do what they want to be doing. Like, oh, it's for the sake of safety. It's for the sake of security. It's for the sake of climate change and stuff. That's why we need to shift monetary policy. That's why we need to add more regulations to protect people and all this type of stuff. It's crazy, man. They're really using, these good causes as an excuse to add more regulations. But I don't want to be going into that dark of a path right there, because ultimately, you guys know we're shining light into those dark corners. We're aware of it, and so our future is going to be bright, without a doubt. Imagine being assassinated because someone hacked your self-driving car. Exactly, dude. S for Hunter. Exactly, my man. Exactly. And there's stuff like that. I mean, Westworld Season 3 showed the future, basically. They were showing the future to everybody before 2020 even happened. That's what was so insane. Season 3 came out, they were already showing masks, they were showing self-driving cars, they were showing digital currency transactions, they were showing biometric payments, the future of biometric payments, they were showing the future of, not stay at home, but play to earn, and all this, a lot of stuff was revealed in that Season 3, which was very insane. Very insane. Coexisting with machines and they're working alongside us and stuff and all these things too. Very insane. How they're using our data and whatnot. A lot of stuff in that show in Season 3. I'd highly recommend checking it out. So guys, I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. I saved the best for last for you guys because you're going to love the connection that I found here. Somalia sets up national payment system as it rebuilds country. Somalia is struggling to rebuild after 20 years of civil war, and it's still battling an insurgency by Al-Shabaab. Somalia has set up a national payment system as part of the plans to develop the financial industry in one of the world's most fragile states. Following decades of political and economic instability, the 13 lenders in the Horn of Africa nation can now become interoperable, connected to the clearing and settlement system of the central bank, and able to transact with each other. Central Bank of Somalia governor said in an interview, the system will facilitate transactions between vendors and their customers more efficiently. Somalia is struggling to rebuild after 20 years of civil war and is still battling an insurgency by Al-Shabaab, an Al-Qaeda affiliate. The government last year secured a debt relief deal with the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund as it sought to return to the global financial system. The authorities are now in talks with lenders who aren't part of the Paris Club, an informal group of mostly rich Western government creditors, to potentially further reduce the nation's liabilities that stood at $4.5 billion in June. Under the system, the central bank connects lenders to a clearing and settlements platform to enable them to process real-time money transfers. It also includes interoperability capabilities for debit and credit cards, mobile network operators, and automated cash machines. A central payment system bodes well for the nation's financial sector after recent developments, including the launch of Visa Card in July by International Bank of Somalia. The central bank also issued the first mobile phone-based financial services licenses to Hormuz Telecom and is looking to print new Somali shilling notes. Currently, Somalia uses mostly in US dollars because of widespread counterfeit local currency, while the few genuine notes in circulation are old and dirty. With the government yet to print new bills, transactions of everything from big ticket projects to buying a cup of tea are done in dollars via hard cash, banks, or mobile money. The payment system will enable more financial inclusion in a secure and safe manner. The impact on the economy will be unprecedented. It will boost trade and business. Somalia's economy will likely expand 2.9% this year, in line with the IMF's forecast, according to Abdullahi. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to butcher that name. Livestock sales, telecommunication, and remittances from Somalis working outside the country will spur economic growth, he said. Guys, this is great news about the journey of being able to bank the unbanked, allow financial inclusion of the people who are able to have access to a cell phone but not have access to financial services. And now you're seeing the International Bank of Somalia taking that step in that direction to allow for financial services to hopefully counteract the anti-money laundering and all the fraud that's going on with their current currency, and by bringing it to the digital platform to make payments maybe more contactless, letting people use their mobile phones and have access to the central bank, have access to a real-time payment system, could be very significant for this country and really help boost economic growth. But one thing here's the major connection here that I think you guys are going to love, and how it's connected to Ripple. I was looking at the International Bank, or International Central Bank of Somalia, or the International Bank of Somalia. Sorry guys, don't mean to butcher it there. But back in the day, in October of 2016, David Birch on making blockchain real, and look it's right there. Birch uses Somalia as an example of challenging payments corridor. Back in 2016, Ripple talking about Somalia, and now we're on the advent of real-time payments, facilitating transactions that are interoperable and connected to clearing settlement systems of the central bank for the people. And David Birch right here talking about Somalia. So let's get into this Ripple Insights. David Birch is the Director of Innovation at Consult Hyperion, as well as author of Identity is the New Money, a book on the profound evolution of both identity and currency in modern infrastructure. We sat down to talk with him in the process of making blockchain real. So right here, distributed ledger systems have potentially far-reaching consequences for global settlement solutions and beyond, specifically for cost reasons. For example, in the UK, one of the main remittance corridors is Somalia. The corridor is a huge part of Somalia's GDP. A lot of banks don't maintain accounts for Somalia money services businesses, MSBs, because the cost of transmission outweighs any potential profit. KYC, AML, and PFT all continually increase the cost of doing business. DLT could bring the procedural costs down and make the low-value payments worthwhile in places like Somalia. I believe the long-term impact of solutions like Ripple will be felt in much more than processing payments, especially as it relates to how identities are handled. Immutable data stored and shared ledgers could one day govern KYC data, even ticketing or tracking high-value individually identified goods such as wine, diamonds, or art. So guys, we got Somalia starting to progress over to allowing for interoperable connected clearing settlement system for their central bank and providing financial services to their people in that country. And we're already seeing that Ripple was already ahead of the game right there, and possibly connected to what, you know, the International Bank of Somalia may be using. If you guys think it might be another platform, if you guys know of another platform that is heavily connected to the International Bank of Somalia, please feel free to leave it in the comments or in the chat here. But I definitely would like to know your guys' opinion. I just thought that was very interesting because, you know, those are the key words that we're looking for: interoperable, connected, financial inclusion. And you're already seeing here, back in 2016, Ripple identifying Somalia as a tough corridor to break through. And maybe this might be the first step in breaking some ground in that direction. Like to know what you guys think, though. So once again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Let's go into our Twitter segment. That was it for our news segment. There was a good amount of news, but hopefully that was very informative to you guys. Like you guys know, I like to keep my eyes out on anything that's going on in this space in terms of cryptos that we like and are following, and like developments that are happening and possible expansions or collaborations, but also mostly with what's going on with regulators, what's going on with central banks and central bank digital currencies. So definitely good news coming out right there from Somalia and of course from Jamaica, you know, because we tend to see things that are happening in these smaller countries. Maybe they're getting the advantages of these things first before it starts rippling out to the, you know, advantages of real-time payments and settlement systems as a test bed. So when it migrates over to bigger economies and bigger countries, you know, you've already tested it out in smaller countries. Alchemist, that was great, man. I am using the chip from my backs to mine BTC. I love that, dude. That's hilarious. But anyways, guys, so let me share some of the Twitter news that we got here for today. So, Egyptian billionaire Naguib Sawiris says a quarter of a portfolio should be in gold. And just for the sake of sharing this, you know, I'm very big supporter of gold as well in terms of the precious metals arena. I really think there's a lot of distractions going on, keeping us distracted from ever even thinking about investing in precious metals. You know, I'm not saying cryptocurrency is a huge distraction away from it, but there's a ton of crap coins, S coins in this space that people are probably throwing money at, and then they don't even have 1 ounce of gold or one little bit of gold whatsoever. And I don't know if that's wise portfolio management, but just wanted to share, you know, some of this news because I definitely believe gold is going to be playing a major player in the internet of value in the future of the quantum financial system. Guys, these central banks, if they're migrating over to the internet, if they're migrating to become vaults in this internet of value, they've been accumulating for years upon years upon years precious metals. They have a significant advantage, especially once value becomes digital and you can send gold as well. They're the vaults, right? These central banks will be the vaults for that, which is going to be kind of crazy. But it looks like it's migrating. It looks like what, you know, the game plan is of what they're trying to set up going on here. News from Hedera Hashgraph. Drop CC chose Hedera Hashgraph as their underlying public distributed ledger of choice on which to build its micropayments platform for its high throughput, fast settlement times, and low predictable fees. So right here, drop from Hedera. Let's get to it. The concept of micropayments has been around since the 1990s, but in the last couple of years, significant growth in the digital economy, consumer needs, and technology maturity have made micropayments feasible both in terms of technology and economics. Using Hedera as our distributed ledger reduces our technology footprint, making us very cost-effective. Drop, powered by Hedera Hashgraph, is the world's first affordable micropayments platform built to enable pricing flexibility and drive growth. Merchants can adopt revenue models previously not attainable, save money, and grow their business. Consumers can receive convenient access to products and services in an ad hoc manner, while at the same time preserving their privacy by making purchases instantly and privately in HBAR cryptocurrency or US dollars without signing up or disclosing their personal information. So great stuff coming out here from HBAR, enabling a world of micropayments. More and more solutions coming out from this Hedera Hashgraph, and I wouldn't be sleeping on it, man. We've been in on Hedera Hashgraph since, you know, its beginnings around, you know, 3 cent, 2 cent range, and just looking forward to more and more growth coming from the Hedera Hashgraph HBAR community. So congrats on that development. Let me get the music back. Yep, exactly. The third world are the minor leagues test bed. Exactly, my man. So we got a post coming out from Ashish Burla. Crypto will underpin our global financial systems. There's no doubt about it. In the 90s, we saw smart and thoughtful bipartisan regulation when it came to the internet. It completely changed the world and paved the way for tech giants of today. We still have the opportunity to do the same for crypto. The government should be technology agnostic. Let's keep the pressure on. This is far from over. Hats off to Sentomi, Loomis, and Senma for fighting the good fight. So the Biden administration could change the world with new crypto regulations. And this is the article that Ashish Burla shared. So looking at right here, leading crypto companies such as Ripple, Coinbase, Gemini, DCG, and Chainalysis are currently based in the United States. However, unclear regulation will keep new entrepreneurs from innovating in the United States while other countries move forward with defined regulatory frameworks. It's possible that we will see new entrepreneurs and companies forego setting up shop in the US in favor of jurisdictions where the rules are clearer. But yes, you get clearer rules in other jurisdictions, but you lose the liquidity of the US dollar by doing so. And so you're already at a significant disadvantage if you were to move outside of working from the United States just because of lack of regulatory clarity. This is why I admire Ripple. They're fighting the good fight because they're like, no, we need access for our products to really go full on with ODL and the use of XRP as a digital asset as this global non-sovereign currency. We need access to the liquidity of the US dollar. And so that's why they're not they threaten to possibly move away from the United States, but it wouldn't be too smart because you're losing the tremendous liquidity that there is with the US dollar, and then also being able to, by unlocking the liquidity of the US dollar and then allowing, for regulatory clarity on XRP, then that's when you're talking about the Nostro Vostro accounts and the plan that Ripple has to unlock those Nostro Vostro accounts and allow for, financial inclusion of a massive order. That's why I don't think it's not as easy as just to go, oh, you know what, we're not getting regulatory clarity here in the US. Let's go move to somewhere where we do have regulatory clarity. Well, you're already accepting the fact that your business can't reach the top of what it can possibly be. You're already limiting yourself significantly by saying, yeah, we can't work within the US, so we're going to lose access to the liquidity of the US dollar. So I admire that Ripple is trying to go for it because they want access to all the money, right? And doing what they're doing right now and what they're doing with the SEC is very important and essential. So hopefully it continues moving forward. We got a post from the BIS. It's often dubbed that central bank's bank because it provides financial services to about 180 central banks, monetary authorities, and international organizations worldwide. They just came out with their annual report, but we definitely like keeping up with what's going on for the Bank for International Settlements. As you guys know, even them already being called the central bank's bank, right? Just a massive consortium of central banks. And we've already had some really great news. If you guys didn't see in my short yesterday, BIS is going to implement DLT technology. Augustus Carson saying DLT is a wonderful technology. The blockchain technology underlying BTS is wonderful, and I think we need to implement it. We need to implement it. That's the crucial key word right there. And so BIS looking to implement DLT technology, and it doesn't look like it's going to be Bitcoin, but you never know. Could be a major FUD campaign for Bitcoin, of course, but it just doesn't look like it's in their interests, right? He was scoffing Bitcoin and saying it's just highly, it's an ecological disaster. So, not too good words coming out there from the head of BIS, but definitely keeping up with the Bank for International Settlements, like we like to keep up here. Payments infrastructure ISO 20022. The new ISO 20022 tutorial by DBC or DB Corporate Bank gives you a brief introduction to the cover payment method and highlight key concepts in regards to cover messagings in MT and ISO 20022. Let's see what this is for a little bit. Fast track your understanding of ISO 20022 and watch our knowledge bites highlighting key aspects of the ISO 20022 migration. See guys, this isn't just me that's saying there's going to be a migration over the ISO 20022 standard. You're seeing it coming out from ISO 20022 themselves and banks, the Banks for International Settlements, the IMF, the ECB, right? Man, I haven't even heard of these clips to tell you the truth. I'm actually looking forward to checking these out. to get even more further understanding of what ISO 20022 is. And if you guys want a further understanding of what is ISO 20022, here, I'll copy the link right here in the chat, and I'll put it in the description too, just so, you know, people who are watching this video later, if you're not able to see the chat or get the link in the chat, it's right there, right in the first few lines of the description. Get some education on ISO 20022, that's for sure. What are the time of regs? I would think the regs will happen probably in 2022, maybe 2021 near the end of the year, but then I wouldn't be surprised if you see 2022 as we get closer to the migration process into the ISO 20022 standard. I think that's when you'll probably start seeing more and more regulation happening. Because I think for, you know, it looks like the real-time payment system that's going to be coexisting with SWIFT in this ISO 20022 migration is going to probably be a DLT technology, right? So if it's going to be a DLT technology, you're going to need regulatory clarity for distributed ledger technology before then, I would think. You never know how they play this out, but I would think you need some, you know, because these institutions, these central banks that are migrating over to the ISO 20022 standard, they're choosing the payment systems that they want to be collaborating with, and most likely it's going to be a coexistence with their existing SWIFT legacy system and then the new DLT technology. So I'm thinking we're going to have regulatory clarity before the end of 2022, and going into 2023 we'll be in that coexistence period. I mean, guys, as much as we hate Gary Gensler, we put a little bit too much power on him, thinking that he's like the ultimate, like he's the reason why it's taking so long. It's not Gary Gensler, guys. He's a freaking puppet. Remember, it all goes back to where's the freaking money, right? Where is it coming from, right? Who's paying who to do what? And the central banks are the local regulators of their respective countries. So if you're mad at Gary, get mad at the central banks. Get mad at the central banks for taking so damn long to migrate over to ISO 20022, to finally decide on a real-time payment system, right? Like, I understand there's all this hate for Gary Gensler and the SEC and what they're doing. The SEC is just doing what their central bank is telling them to do. And they're telling them, hey, play this show, do this song and dance with SEC and Ripple, take as long as you want. We got until the end of 2022 to migrate over to ISO 20022. So I think there's just like a lack of understanding of, you know, like what's going on here really in terms of Ripple and the SEC. And really, Ripple, part of a, it's a consortium of central banks, the Ripple Net. Central banks are the regulators of their respective countries. They tell the regulators what to do. And apparently the U.S. central banks, even though they're connected to Ripple Net, are telling the SEC to sue Ripple, to go about it this way, to maybe FUD out people and make them super insecure about investing in XRP, elongate this process for as long as possible because they already have an agenda and a plan set for the rest of the decade. Guys, remember ISO 20022 migration happening at the end of 2022, coexistence period between SWIFT and that real-time payment system from 2023 to 2027, right? So it looks like they have really just like a whole plan of what they want to be doing in this, in this decade. And yes, it's going to test our patience tremendously. But to just be blaming one guy on the reason we're not getting regulatory clarity or the reason that we're not getting huge price spike for XRP, I think it's a little bit like, narrow-sighted. I think we need to look at what the bigger picture here is, and what is the big money ultimately trying to do? What are these central banks, the regulators of these countries, doing? And they're telling them, yeah, keep pushing this down the road, keep elongating it, because we have a long ass plan. We're patient. We're patient as hell because we control monetary policy. We own all the gold and everything. We're gonna become the vaults in the internet of value, right? So they can wait. They can wait 10 plus years. They can wait this, wait it out during the coexistence period. Possibly, like, who knows? But, in terms of this SEC Ripple thing, it's just a show, right? We know Ripple is going to probably be on the right side of history. It's not a matter of if they're going to be on the right side of history. It's when, right? And it could be up and going into 2022, you guys. It could go into the ISO 20022 migration. Who knows, right? And who knows? What if another mind F happens when you do get regulatory clarity on Ripple and XRP? What if nothing happens? Then people will automatically think, oh, XRP is dead. XRP was never really a useful crypto. It was never anything like this. And then next thing you know, the migration happens at the end of 2022, and maybe we start seeing some price movement there. Like when the price of XRP is going to blast off and move, that's when, when these central banks decide for it to do so. So if anything, just go straight to the source, and the source is the central banks. Get pissed off at them for taking so damn long and planning such a long fucking time for XRP to get adopted, right? Because they really just don't want average day people to be holding the greatest digital asset ever, the facilitator of payments, the international currency, the international language for payments, right? They want all of that to themselves, and they probably already have so much XRP, and they're just greedy ass MFers that they just want to keep accumulating more. They already know what their plan is for the rest of the decade. So, as much as hate we give to Gary V, guys, or Gary Gensler, I mean, we also should show some love because he sounds like he's in line with what Ripple's thinking is and their perspective of things as well. It's not like he's countering, any ideas that are coming from Ripple's camp. Like they're using the same type of script. Hell, Gary Gensler sounds a lot like Brian Brooks, if anything. And everybody was so supportive of Brian Brooks when he was the OCC, right? So I just don't understand the hate for Gary Gensler. I don't understand the hate for SEC when you're just seeing that this is a show. They're not the enemy. They're just doing what the central banks are telling them to do. So hate on the central banks. Yeah, I hear you, Legendary. He's an easy target for sure. For sure. They're greedy AF. What's another 150K new millionaires when the US has only 13.3 million millionaires? Exactly, Calculon. Calculon, you said it perfectly, man. People say, I don't think they would want to shoot XRP up to a high price because they don't want that many people being rich. Well, first off, there's not that many people that are invested in XRP to begin with, and the amount of money in this space is pennies. And if they were to shoot it up, the amount of people that are getting left behind is going to be way, 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 way larger than the amount of people who became millionaires from XRP. And chances are, some people won't even wait till they become a millionaire with XRP. Some people, they talk the talk that they'll wait till they become a millionaire, but there's going to be people who just see a certain price and they're like, damn, I just can't say no to that type of money, right? They'll get bought out by the time XRP even hits, even bigger highs, right? And I don't blame them, dude. Taking profits is taking profits, right? Like you still win the game regardless of where you check out, but maybe you checked out too early, right? Maybe you shouldn't have sold all of your bag, right? So even a smaller percentage, like Madonna says, not everybody's going to come to the future, man. Right now, what this journey that we're all in this crypto space, yes, there's easy ways to make money for some people who know how to really manipulate the system, and kudos to them, and I hope they're making just tons and tons of it. But once we start going into this ISO 20022, world, this new quantum financial system, not many people are going to be there to have really seen the full benefit of it. Some people are going to be it's like those crash games, those ones where you see like a rocket going up to the air and you're trying to jump off the rocket before it crashes and like take profits and stuff. Like not many people, some people are going to be jumping out of that rocket a little too early. But to each his own at the same time. Price before regulation, that's why the lawsuit, they want you out. Yeah, probably, man. Yeah, they're greedy as hell. They want as many people off the XRP train as they can possibly get. They want as many people off the XLM train. They want as many people off these business cryptos that aren't pumping as much compared to, some of these other cryptos that are just pumping like crazy, right? But anyways, guys, thanks so much. That was an awesome stream, as always, with the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing. Stay tuned for the shorts and highlights from the stream to be coming out on the channel. And once again, I have at 7 p.m. PST or 6 p.m. PST, will be releasing a, montage video, XRP entertainment video. If you guys want to be tuning in for that, I'll set a premiere and everything like that, and we can hang out in the chat while it's premiering. I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, it's just to get us really excited about what's going to be going on with the Phoenix, that is XRP, and, you know, just good times all in all. But much love to the Blue Crew guys. Thanks for the donations. Thank you, Legendary and Squirrely, once again. You guys are amazing, and thanks to everybody who tuned in here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, BTC community, Ethereum community, BNB community, ADA community, XRP community, DOT community, Solana community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. I'll see you guys very soon. Much love. Adios.